Hello. I am on my vacation, my stay vacation, but I am working on projects that have kind of got tossed to the curb. Sorry about the light, but the sun is just at almost around the corner, so it'll be a little spotty here for a little bit. But I'm working on some projects that have been on my desk for quite a while and just kind of got tossed to the curb. So this is kind of why I'm doing my little stay vacation, to finish up some things that need finishing. So I'm just grabbing my sticky notes one at a time that's on my to-do board. And today is this one here. Send a package to Marci. Hi, Marci. She is with Creators Call Shop. She's working on a big project for the families of Ukraine, and they are in her hometown without their husbands and their family. It's like wives and children, and she's putting journals together for them. And I thought that's really special. So I had messaged her on what she would like. Everybody's sending her a little something special to help her along with these journals. And I'm pretty sure she mentioned maybe butterflies, birds, flowers. And I just quickly pulled these out. So I really like these butterflies. So I'm just going to bring you along while I'm working. I'm just going to do some die cutting. And I thought that I could be helpful in that way in sending her some die cuts. It's kind of my thing, and I do it every day. So I just pulled out basic colors. I don't know what, color she's going with. I pulled out the brown craft, the cream color cardstock, and the white, and I just used the Recollection cardstock from Michael's. And so let's see here. And I'm going to, I narrowed it down to using this tag set. I am going to send her some tags, but I think I'm going to make her some really cool tags or items that she could make stuff with. So yeah, so I'm kind of, I had a bunch of tags pulled out, and then I said, no, I'm just going to narrow down to one. Otherwise, I'll just get myself in a whole craziness. So I'm going to use this one here. And I kind of, why I'm bringing the tags out is because when I cut these out, I kind of want to have in mind of cutting them out of here as well. That way I can make her a tag to kind of go with it, or send her some extra items where she could make them herself. So I think I'm going to start with the birds, and I really don't know how many to make. I know she said something about 10 journals, but other people are making journals as well. So let's see. I just want to see what size this bird is. Just for the tag, it's going to be that big one there. Okay, so this is, and I'm probably going to only do one each, maybe on camera, and then I'll save the rest so that it's a surprise for her. So that looks like 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go 3 1/4 this way, and then 5 1/4 this way. Okay, and then this is something I have on the side of my desk. It's just one of those refrigerator trays, And this is my process, what I do when I'm working on Etsy orders. I throw everything in this bin, and then maybe once or twice a week I put everything away. And I like to do that because it keeps all the paper contained. And when I'm working on an order, if I want to make them something special, their scraps are already in here, and I can quickly find them and make it to coordinate what their order is. So there's that. So what I want to do is, I think what I'll do is make the tags today, and then I'll do the, what I'm going to do is cut her out a bunch of these dies of the birds and the butterflies and stuff, and she can, you know, decorate with them. But I think today I'll just do tags. So I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And I'm going to use my new one that has the short platform, because this is the magnetic platform. So I really like using this for these dies. Now with the magnetic platform, it is magnetic and your dies will stick to that. So be careful when you're putting down that this is down first. You don't cut on this. This is not a cutting surface. So when you're cutting, make sure this is down. It'll still stick. See, it sticks. And you can either cut them this way with them facing up or facing down. I do facing down because then I can see where I'm cutting. So I'm kind of gonna, but make sure you have your cutting plate down, then your project, and then another cutting plate on top. I grabbed new plates so that you could see what I'm doing. All right, so basically what I want to do is line this up, because I know this is going to be my tag, and you can probably see where I'm going with this, because I'm kind of like a broken record with these types of tags. I'm thinking that bird's gonna look good, like right there, and then she could decorate the tag if she wanted to. So I'm not going to cut the tag out yet. I'm going to cut the bird out first. So I'll just leave that there and cut this out. Run this through, and I'll go a couple times. And I should have put a oh, cut out nice. I could have put a piece of copy paper in there, but I didn't. And always be careful of your scrappy bits. Now it will leave an impression on your plate, you know, and over time it'll get kind of wore out, but it lasts a long time. You don't want to, like, say, use this as my poking area and get all your little bits out, because what can happen is there is a hole here where the roller is, where it goes around. If you get your paper bits in there, it's going to bind up and it's going to cause a problem. So any cleaning of items, and I didn't grab my tray. Get yourself a little tray or something. This came with cookies or something that was on the top of cookies. And just set your machine aside and then work in that area there. That'll help that all these little bits don't end up on the floor. And this is just a tool by Tim Holtz. It comes with a bunch of stuff. It even has the the sponge and the little roller. You can roll it, but that came out pretty nice. So see, there's that bird there. So if I cut it in another color, I'm not going to do that today. I can put two together. If you watch my video from the other day, Tag Tuesday, where I made this type of tag using my negatives. I love doing that. It's just my thing right now. So, but yeah, so I will save that. I don't want to share everything because I want Marci to be, she does watch my videos. I want her to be surprised. So I'm going to save that. Let me grab a bucket. All right, and I usually have a bucket that I have lots of buckets and they all stack. Then I put everything in. So I know that one fits, and then I want to do this one here. I'm just going to pull everything out. I have these two together. I've shared them before just because they're of the same maker and they fit on there, and when I use them, I usually use them together. So I want this little, this one might not cut on here, we'll see. Usually I use my precision base plate to cut this one because it's, I think one of the birds is a little tricky and somewhere down here, but I do have a piece of paper in there. I'll just put this here. But yeah, you definitely don't want to get your paper bits down in there. That will cause a problem. Okay, I usually keep a piece of copy paper in there, and I see I didn't poke out the bits. So this one here, I just want to see the size of this one here, which tag, and thinking the big one, it might be overkill for this one. So I don't know, I could put stuff there. So I think I'll go with that one again. And that one was, I think, 3 1/4 by, I should have cut a bunch of these out, sorry. 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I should have cut a bunch of these squares out. Oops, I need that. Let me go 5 1/4, and I can get 2. 3 1/4. I put a new blade in this, so crossing my fingers. I'll save these pieces. I can do smaller tags or die cuts with those. All right, let's try this. I'm used to my extended one. Let's see here. Where do I want this? This is my tag where that's going to be. So I'm just gonna kind of line up that little bird bath in there where I think it might look good. Okay. I'm just going to angle it for pressure, and I'm going to hope for the best. Usually I have to use a shim on here, so I'll try it first. I can always grab a shim. And for shim, I just use a piece of scrap cardstock. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull this off and flip it over just so I can see so that I don't pop it out. And yeah, it did not cut all the way. So I'm going to put it back on there and grab a shim. And this is just some cardstock that's oops, a color I probably would not use. Usually I have to cut this on my precision base plate, so I might have to switch over, but I think I got it. I'll just move this out of the way, put that back on. Yeah, that worked out. So see, I usually just work out of my tray here, poking the bits out. Oh, that didn't cut all the way, but I can just take my little scissors and give it a snip. Yeah. This one's a little tricky. And I, excuse me, let me take a drink. Sorry. I think it's because it's all one, there's no give. Like this is like a solid surface, but I love this die. So yeah, I think I will leave this, put it back through and run it through my precision base plate. Yeah, because I don't want to rip it, and it will cut that. Actually, I can do that right now. Bring it over and show you how to fix that. So I just know from die cutting every day all kinds of different dies, which machine to use, which platform to use. I think I could scoot this to the back of my desk and bring the other one over. And it's already set up. So this is the extended, and I just got this. I shared it in my last video. My other one, I had dropped it many times. It's pretty horrid. So this is the extended multi-purpose platform. I love it because it gives you extra space to work. And then this is the precision base plate. You don't cut on this side, you cut on this side, and you can put your die right on there. So let's see if I can line this back up in here, is what I'll do. And then I might put a little piece of tape like right there. It might be tricky getting it back off, but I'm going to go for it. And then you just use your, for this setup here, it's your platform, your 1, your 2, and then your precision base plate. That's the setup for that. And then 1 cutting plate on top. And I usually use a shim on this one, so I'm just going to rip this in half. So this is kind of how I know all of my dies. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. Okay. Not too bad. I think it got it. I got a little tape on there, but that's okay. Just take you can just go like this too. But it will like move your project around. It moved a little bit, so I've got little wispy bits on there. But that came out, that came out. See, I have trouble with right in here and one of the birds, but they both did fine. I just will have to take a sanding block and just sand the back a little bit, and all that stuff will come off. Poke out these little bits. Okay, so I have that, and then this is the tag. So this is where I'm going with this. I will cut some more of these out of different color, like maybe printed scrapbook paper. I have a lot of scraps, so I'll give her a bunch of options. The only thing with this one here is that because of it's a frame like that, you get that frame indent in there. So I might be able to take my bone folder and smooth that back out, or yeah, that's in there pretty good. Not a good thing with this die here, but if I took this through and ran it through an embossing folder, you wouldn't notice any of that. Now I might do that before I make my tag. So yeah, okay, so there's that one. Let's see, I've got a bird here too, this type of bird with flowers. I'll do this one, and I know that's going to be on a big tag too, so let's do that. So she'll be getting a bunch of options. I'm going to move this out of the way. So the magnetic platform is really awesome for holding down stuff. Excuse me. And then if you had a bunch, like say you put a whole sheet on there like this, and you just wanted to lay a bunch of stuff out, you could do that as well. The only thing is because it's magnetic, sometimes they hop around, so that's when you would just use your washi tape or whatever you use to hold dies down and kind of tack them down. Then when you run them through, you want to go real slow, because if you go fast, they're going to jump around, and they could overlap each other as they're going through. It could push it back, and they could jump on top of your die like that, and it can damage it. So think about it that way. I usually do all of mine this way, where they have another purpose, because I was doing like a whole sheet, and then I had all these weird scraps, and it was driving me bananas figuring out what to do with them. Just want to poke out a couple pieces there in the flowers. I've still got my copy paper in there. Looks like I lost a little bit of it, but that's okay. So I'm just going to line this up where I think this is going to look good. This one's kind of tricky because I can't really see the detail, but I think if I get my bird like that, it'll be okay. So see, that's going to hold it there. I'm just going to do it sideways. And I don't think I need a shim for this one. I think it cuts pretty good. No, it did not. So that's when you look first before you pull it out, because then you could run it through again with a paper shim. Or all right, let's see what we get. That cut out. So I'm going to move this aside and then grab my tray. And just pop it out. So that will be my tag, I'll cut another bird out of something pretty, and then I will back it with another piece of cardstock before I cut my tag out. So there'll be 2 cardstocks and then your centerpiece. But if you watch my Tag Tuesdays, I do that a lot. I just like doing that, only because I have a lot of these types of things. So there's that, and then we have a bird with some flowers. And I'm going to do these in the cream and the white as well, so she has a variety. And I'm sure she'll have some extra stuff when it's over with, but hey. Okay. I just know that the leaves on this one are kind of tricky. So I'm just going to take my tool in there and kind of push them along. Okay, there we go. That one's out. I probably need to put a new piece of copy paper in here. It's been in there a while. Sometimes they get pretty mashed in there and you just need to put a new one in. There. There's that. So that's cool. And that's kind of a, you know, a neutral color. So there's that one. What do I want to do? Butterflies. Love this set. All right, this one has 3 different sizes. This big one's pretty big. I don't think it's going to fit on here because this is the cutting part. I could put it that way, but I think I'm just going to go with, it's got a small, medium, and large. I think I'm going to go with this size here. So I'm going to grab a piece of white. And I'm going to cut a piece, I'm going to cut a couple of these. I'm not going to show everything today because I want Marci to be surprised when she gets everything in the mail. But this is kind of where I'm going to be going this week, is doing my little projects that I've kind of, now see, I got 3 by doing it that way. 5 1/4 and then 3 1/4 that way. I got 3 pieces. Oops, that's not even. All right. Okay, so I got three tags there. So I want to do the butterfly on there. Just want to see where to orient it, and I probably could do like one that way and one that way. How cool would that be? I think I will. I'll cut it once and then cut it again. So I'm going to cut it that, and maybe I'll finish this one so you can see. The cool thing about this one here is these butterflies, without this piece, it just does the detail. Then if you want it totally cut out, you use this one. So I think that's where I'm going to go with this one, is just do the detail. One this way and one that way on the tag. I think that would be really pretty. And this is white, so I could pick some really pretty paper to put behind it. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't need a shim. Oops. Make sure your plates are lined up when you run them through, because they can grind on the edge and get really sharp. I don't think I need to go through a couple times, so I'm just going to do it because it is a lot of small little pieces. So I want to have my tray here. I'm not going to use that. Get this over here so my garbage is in here. And it looked like it did cut all the way through. I think next time I'm going to use the paper shim. So I'm just going to, where's my pokey? Poke all of my little pieces out. Now see, yeah. It's kind of trial and error. You can kind of see what works and doesn't work if that didn't work out for you. Now see, I'm going to just try to stick this back in here and run it through again with my, put a piece of tape on there. I'm going to put a piece of tape to hold it once I get it on there. So I just know next time I cut it, use a shim. So what I would do is I would just do a whole bunch of these, like mass make, and then sit and put everything together. And that's probably what I'll do after I shut the camera off. But you can kind of see where I'm going with it. Oh, now see, I got some small bits on there and I want to get them off so they don't go down in my machine. I want to get some of that mint tape from for the dies, mint green tape or something. So yeah, that really, and I can put a piece of copy paper in there, and it's probably what I'll do for the second one, just so you can kind of see the difference. I wouldn't have to spend so much time getting these little pieces out. Yeah, let's just stick in there. Okay, look how beautiful. I'm just in love with this butterfly set right now. And I waited till Hobby Lobby had their 40% off. So yeah. Alright, I kind of want to do another one, and I think I might. I'm going to run it through with a piece of copy paper first and leave that in there. So let's do that. This is what I usually do. I just run it through with the copy paper first so I can get all the little bits out and then have it ready to do my project. So and this is what's nice about having a little tray, is you can just throw everything in there and it keeps stuff contained. Alright, so what I want to do, oh, that's not going to work out. I need this. I didn't think that through, did I? That's okay. I'm going to leave it in there. I need to cut it out. Okay. You're getting to see everything, because I want the paper to go away. So I don't need a shim on this one for sure. and I would never push my platform back through this way, because I've had before where a small die went rogue, it went down in there. And let me tell you, it was a panic mode to get it. Luckily, I caught it real quick and I was able to take my tweezers and grab it, because that would have resulted in a problem as well. So just take the time to pick it up and move it. So, okay. So that, cut that paper off. So I have that paper off now, but I want to keep it in there. I just want the small bits to be removed. So I'm going to hang on to it so I don't poke it out, and I'm just going to look on either side and just poke out what I need poked out. It's kind of like tedious at first when you first do this, but once your paper's in there, it's in there and it'll stay in there. Okay. Once I run it through a few times, it'll push itself down in there and it'll stay. But right now it wants to come out. So I'm just kind of hanging on to it and just poking out the parts that I don't want there, the detail. Okay. I was going to go out and try to help out with some of the mowing, but the goldenrod I am allergic to, and it is bloomed everywhere out there. So just doing some stuff inside today. All right, see, that's what I want, and that's just copy paper. I want to leave that in there. So now I'm going to go back to my tag, and this is my tag. So see, when this is all done, I will have really not a whole lot of waste. Now see, that wants to shift on me because it's magnetic. I'm going to turn it this way and see if that helps. Yeah, a little bit. But I can kind of see where I want it. So I'm going to set this down where I want it. Kind of want it going that way. I think that's really cute. So I'm just going to leave that there. And cut that out. And I will need to use I'm going to use my shim, even though I have the copy paper in there. And this die does cut a lot easier on the other precision base plate, the metal base plate. So, and you can still buy them. They're called chrome, I think chrome base plate. See that? Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, I think I might finish this tag just so you can kind of see the beauty. So look at this. Look at that. See how nice? And I only have to fuss with a couple pieces. And that might not even happen next time. So now I'm just going to poke these pieces out. Okay. Couple. A lot of these intricate dies people think they're too fussy to mess with, but to me they're just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It could be a card, it could be anything. I just think it's gorgeous. I love that. All right, so let me grab some pretty scrapbook paper. I feel like I'm a one-trick pony with the tags and doing this kind of thing, but I just love it. I love it. So you kind of want something really bright that's going to show through. That's kind of like pastel-y, which it will be great, but I kind of want something that's, ooh, that's pretty. I'm not sure what color, ooh, she's going with. I'm just going to, as Rachel says, audition some stuff. Let's see, that's really pretty because that has like shiny bits in the back as well. Let me try a few more to see what pops. See, that would be pretty, but too Christmassy. I don't want anything Christmas. Go with a dark color as well. No, that doesn't show. Right, I'm just going to pick something here, hopefully. This is nice. It's nice if you could get like a thin piece of paper. This is really, really thin. And the only, I think I might go with that. And the only reason why I say that is because if you're putting a, this is 65 pound, and then this, I don't know what this is, it's probably 65 pound or more. Then you're putting another 65 pound on the back. So that's, it's pretty thick, and then you've got to cut it out. So I think I'm going to go with this thin paper. That's why when I see the thin papers, I pick them up, and I'll give you an example in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Yeah. I believe it's Joann's, yeah, Park Lane. When you see these on sale, pick them up because they're 180 sheets. It's 8.5 by 11. But when you get it like 40 or 50% off, look at all the colors you get. These are great for backgrounds, you know, or if you need just a little bit of color. Yeah. So, yeah, that is a good buy. 180 sheets, and I've had this a really long time, and I haven't even dented it. So, and I use it a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's from that pack, this paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. Sorry, let me take another drink. So sorry. So I'm going to go 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, but I think I'm going to go a little bit less for gluing. I should have cut a little bit more off of that. Yeah, this is not cutting good, but that's thin paper. So sorry, gotta answer something. Okay. So this is going to go on the back of here, and I'm just going to do a quick trim with my scissors because that blade, because this is thin paper, just kind of shredded it a little bit, and I don't want to have a problem. And I don't need it to go all the way to the edge. I only need it to cover the butterflies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue around this edge, and then I'm going to run glue around here, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take my glue stick and my fabric tack. I'm going to do glue stick like around the, yes, around the edge of this. I think that's smaller, so I should be doing that, but I can't. Okay. Sorry, I have to, my brain has to think about things before I do it. So I'm just going to glue the edge here. I'm not going to glue that at all. And I should have trimmed that after I glued it, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to run glue around here just so it stays. I couldn't go in there because I didn't want glue getting in the detail with my glue stick. That's why I'm using this. Just going around. I think I pretty much got it. Sorry. Tweezers, sorry. And then I need a piece of paper. Then I'm going to glue it on here. Now see, I shouldn't have trimmed that. It should have been the same size. That's okay. Because I'm going to have to peel it off here, which wasn't too bad. And then got my little card here. I'm just going to smooth this out. And then make sure there's no glue popping out anywhere. And then I'm going to glue my back on. Oops. Got a little something there. Might be glue and dirty fingers. That's the only thing about white. Let's see if I can get that off now. I'm just going to take my little eraser here. These are just the adhesive pickup squares. Yeah, they work really well. And then this is just an old gum container, and they fit in there perfect. So I have two. This one here I got at the Dollar Tree, and it does work. So, alright, so that's good. So now what I'm going to do is put glue all over this, stick this down, cut my tag out. My glue stick is getting down to the end. It gets kind of naughty when it does that. So, and then I'm just, for safekeeping, I'm just going to run a bead here. Okay. Okay, for some reason my tag is a little smaller, but that's okay. And I would normally let this dry before I die cut it out. I would do a bunch of them and then put them in underneath the heavy book, or I do have a press, I don't have it in here, that my husband made me for flowers, pressing flowers, which I haven't done in a while, so, but now I use it for pressing my paper when I have stuff that I have to glue. So yeah, I don't like die cutting stuff out when it's wet, because it, with these stitch dies, it just doesn't want to come out. It kind of gets distorted. So let's just do it, just so you can see, and I can end the video and carry on. I don't want Marci to see everything. Alright, so this is going to go on here. Oh, how pretty. Very pretty. Okay, I just kind of want to line that up. Don't need a shim with these. And just run it through. So I'm going to have to, hopefully this comes out. That's garbage. Try to poke this out. Oh, I got a corner. So you can get a corner, you can get your little pokey tool in there and just kind of go around like this. And it pulls it out. There you go. Wow, how gorgeous. I love that. Let's see, what do I got here? There's an envelope. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love it. I hope she loves it. So I will make her a few of those, and then I will cut her out some butterflies, some birds, whatever else I can pull out, and then get that, just limit myself today working on that today and get it in the mail to her, because I know she's working on this stuff, and then I can go on to my next project. But yeah, so that's my share for today. I really love how that turned out. I really do. So the possibilities are endless with dies and tags and, you know, stuff like that. So I hope it was helpful. And I know quite a few of my friends have gotten new machines and are learning. So I hope that any little tidbit I can share on, because I do die cut every day, and I love it. So that I can show something that's helpful, do's or don'ts, because I've already gone through it. So, but yeah. Okay, that's it for today, and hope you all have it's Thursday for me. I should be able to do a video every day. I don't know, we'll see what's going on. So, and I would like to video ahead of time. Oh yeah, I wanted to show another thing here. Sorry for the squirrel. This also comes with a body piece too, the body. So I'm thinking I might cut that out of the scrap. Did I have a scrap? Yeah, I've got some scrap here. I could cut the body piece out and it would match. That would be cool. Let me do that now. I guess I'm not ending the video yet. Just to see how it looks. So I'll just do that on there. And I think I do have copy paper in there, because no, I don't. I've got paper or something in there. I think it was scrapbook paper from last time. So hopefully that will pop out of there easy for me. Oh yeah. Oopsie. Let's just see what we get here. I should have put some copy paper in there, but looks like it's coming out pretty easy. How cute is that? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I will do that. Cut another one out and glue that on there. Oops. Yeah. How cute. Yeah. A must-have die, I'm telling you. Where's my cover? Here it is. Spellbinders. I'll take it out so it's not shiny. The Spellbinders, Delicate Butterflies. But as always, I'll put the information in there for you. Love it. I absolutely love it. So love it. This is my favorite size too, because I did a bunch of butterfly envelopes for Lori at Enchanted Dream 71, and I did the butterfly like this on the envelope. So maybe I'll show that one day too when I get time, but I got to finish up other things first. So okay, that's it. It'll take me 2 hours to upload this video. Have an awesome day. Make it count. Bye.